I know a lot of folks were excited to see Sophie Cunningham introduced by the Indiana Fever. Well, it finally happened. And let's just say Sophie is just as excited as the fans are, it seems. She's pretty pumped about joining the Indiana Fever. Who wouldn't be, of course? I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, duh. You get to go to the Fever show, you get your games broadcast everywhere, sold out, play with Caitlin Clark, chance to win a championship, shown love all over the place. It's a pretty good situation, whether you're Dewana Bonner or Natasha Howard or Sydney Colson or Sophie Cunningham, any of the players that the Fever added. But there's an element of popularity that Cunningham brings as well. And I think she's going to fit in very well as a role player, her feistiness and her shooting, especially. But you can see Sophie was pumped here in joining. This was a TikTok after she arrived, I believe. There are some other reasons that Sophie Cunningham is popular as well. You have to take those into consideration. But regardless, when you look at the overall fit, she spoke on it, and I think she really nailed it, right? Like she talked about the various elements regarding how she'll thrive on the roster. And I think her enthusiasm is something that's just going to resonate with fans too. Like they want to hear their team spoken about this way. This was from Clark Wade of the Indiana Star.
I'm stoked. I'm so excited. I think it's refreshing. I've been in Phoenix for the past 6 years, was drafted out there. I've had a really great time. I've been very blessed with being around a lot of GOATs in the game and learning the game on another level. But again, like this is just a new style, and this is the style that I thrive in. When you have people who can shoot the ball, who move the ball, who are running gunners, and share the ball, like this is the type of offense that I want to be in. And so I'm just stoked. And like I said, the offense is more my style, but I'm also surrounded by a great culture and great people, and that's what I'm also very excited about to be here in Indiana. To be honest, my original thought was like, oh heck yeah, like we're about to go win a championship. Like that's exactly where my mind went. And like I said, it's all about the people, it's about the culture. I learned a lot out there, but now I'm ready to move on to something bigger, something better, and have a lot of really great players around me to seriously go win a championship.
So winning a championship is the obvious goal. It's been stated by everybody. It's been stated, by me as far as what I think this team is capable of doing. I think they are capable of being a complete juggernaut, to be honest, like an unstoppable juggernaut. Like that's the potential that they have, considering the firepower that they've added and considering the fits that they've added, not to mention the holes that they filled. They needed a backup big. Turner hopefully provides that. They desperately needed a power forward. Howard is going to be awesome there. Dewana Bonner can swing in various spots, brings the veteran presence. Sydney Colson, a backup point guard, a feisty defensive presence on the perimeter. And then Sophie Cunningham, another shooter and another tough personality, because this was a team, and I've been harping on this, but it was a team that maybe you could punk and push around, and no longer. That's something that Sophie also talked about upon her introduction and joining the team as far as it relates to playing with Caitlin Clark.
Earlier this month that you'd be the Sabrina Carpenter to Caitlin's Taylor Swift.
That was a joke, but I guess people really took that seriously.
People love it. So what excites you about playing with her this year?
I mean, she has changed our game in the best possible way in every way. And so just to be alongside of her and maybe relieve the pressure, being able to shoot and spread the court for her to go do her thing. She's still young, and I think that I've been Diana took me under her wing, and I've learned a lot from her. And now I hope to kind of do the same for Caitlin if she wants it. I just think the relationship piece is huge. And when you're trying to do something great, it takes everybody. And so I want her to go do her thing, and anything she needs from me, I'm going to be here. But again, I think that like just the competitor that I am, I'm fierce, I'm sassy. I stick up for my teammates, I stick up for myself. And so sometimes I think that's okay to be feisty and to be yourself. But I'm excited to play in front of the fans. I think that she's drawn a lot of people, not only to Indiana, but to the women's game as a whole. And so just to be a part of something great, just really happy to be here.
Stick up for my teammates, right? That's, the Fever were missing an enforcer. And now we know that Caitlin Clark has worked to add some muscle and everything. But let's just say somebody knocks her around, knocks her to the floor. Now you got Howard saying, "What's up?" Or DeWanna Bonner, same thing. And Sophie Cunningham, we know she's ready to get in the action, and she has a penchant for crashing out a bit on the court, which is the kind of edge you need to be a championship team, right? You need your star player and star players in your base. And the Fever have, I mean, I think their real formula scoring is Clark and Mitchell. And then you have Boston, who's just such an intelligent basketball player playing within that. And then you have on top of that the role players. And Howard can get down the floor, catch and finish, score in a myriad of ways. Bonner is going to get in where she fits in because she's done everything and seen it all. Cunningham is just natural to play off that because she can catch and shoot the basketball. But you have those players too who are going to fight for the extra possession in the loose ball, who are going to stick up for their teammates, who are going to make sure that their teammates don't get pushed around. And so that the next time somebody tries that, they think twice about it. And those are all little aspects of the game. And some of them aren't really actually germane to the game. They're, around it, but you get the point. And I think, the Fever now, there's really not a spot you can look at on the team and say, oh, this is a problem. This is a area that they're lacking in. This is a weakness because they've added defense. They've added size. They've added toughness. They've added shooting. They've added scoring. And they already had, stars, superstars, including a once in a lifetime force as an offensive engine handling the basketball and making the decisions. So all of that bodes well, obviously, for the Fever. Still a little bit away from the WNBA season, but I know people were they've asked me a bunch of times in the comments, like, when is Sophie Cunningham having a presser? Maybe she's still having a full presser, not just that scrum. I don't know. But she was officially introduced by the Indiana Fever. And look, I know people are excited about some of the other stuff, photo shoots she's done or whatever the case may be. But I think her feisty personality is going to fit right in, as will her game. And it's clearly already been shown that she's going to be a popular member of the team. Her profile is only going to go up. Let's put it that way. And she was already, becoming a bit of a player that, clicks and gets shared for various reasons. Now, hopefully those reasons are what she's doing on the floor for the Indiana Fever and why that role that she mentioned or that fit that she mentioned after being with the Mercury for so long is so refreshing. That's the word she used, a refreshing Fever fit.